few moments you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
um, hey, welcome to my stream. Recently, I've noticed that for some dumb reason, I would do the PG-13 intro, and then which is like adult, I guess, situations or whatever. Then I'd play my other intro. This video is intended for the adult collector and teens with money. And the first intro, the one with the clip from Brainstorm, I did that for my cursing episodes. And then I made the new intro with my voiceover for my 13 and up audience. So kind of contradicts itself. So I don't know. I think I decided maybe the live streams are just going to be 18 plus, but not marked 18 plus. Because the reason, if you mark it 18 plus, not everybody can see it. And a lot of people use YouTube without being logged in. And it's weird. So it's a conundrum. Anyways, it's me, Aries0083, for a surprise live stream. Today is Monday, April 11th. On Tuesday, I didn't do a live stream. Um, I was too tired. I didn't do any videos on the weekend because last week I had to go out to visit my father in law. And Mondays, I've been using it to record videos. But this morning, I had to go to the lab to get some blood drawn for some analysis so the doctor can call me with a diagnosis or prognosis or whatever. So I decided, you know what, since I'm not going to be recording any review, let me just jump on YouTube's live stream for a few minutes, and I guess just do what I want. I'm trying to organize myself better. Like I'm gonna add watermarks to the thumbnails, and I'm gonna try to have my live streams have at least a theme or something. I was watching TJ Omega's videos, and I noticed that I kind of like them because they're Transformers related without being reviews. Like most of the stuff that I watch, they're Transformers reviews, but there's not a lot of content on YouTube that's just related to Transformers without being a review. I do watch some live streams like TFYOP, sometimes the Triple Takeover podcast. And when Input gets his friends together, I'll watch that. But there's not a lot of that kind of content out on YouTube. So if you're thinking and making videos like Rodimus Primal and Chris McFeely doesn't count. Most Transformers fans already know the whole entire history of Transformers. Usually, when I deep dive into fandom, I'll get like a book. No, this isn't exactly what I'm talking about, but I'll get like a book. This is Transformers Legacy, um, and I'll learn about the characters in the story. So, like when I got into Halo, I got into the whole lore up to Halo 4. When I got into Marvel, I got into the Marvel lore up to like around Siege, Civil War, Siege, Secret Invasion, around those times. Doctor Who as well. I got back into Doctor Who when the 11th Doctor showed up, and I bought a DK book. I have it in storage. So I like learning about the whole fandom. So videos like Christmas McFeely's and Rodimus Primus, I'll just watch them just as entertainment, but it's not like something that blows my mind. I'm like, yeah, well, all right. Anyway, let's get to the toy haul. Finally, after like couple, 2 or 3 live streams without any toy hauls, I got a toy haul. First off, um, yesterday I decided I- at the end of the Triptychon review, I'm rotating Triptychon on the Lazy Susan that I got from Amazon for like about $8. And I realized, you know what, this is not cool. So I need a motorized Lazy Susan. And I decided to order one from Amazon. Um, the cheapest one that they had was $13, but the one that I liked um, is this one. Uh, this one is about was 17.99. It comes with some plates that you could put on the top of the turntable that are different colors. It's powered by batteries and USB. It's black. But what I liked most about it, when I saw the picture of it on Amazon, it looked like a cat. I'd go to the Amazon listing and show you guys, but then it says deliver to John's zip code, and I'm like, no, I don't want to expose that. So the the turntable looks like a cat. It looks like an anime um, smiley face, and I'm like, that looks pretty nice. Uh, I my Lazy Susan is 12 inches in diameter, but to get a rotating Lazy Susan, the motorized one, that in that diameter is upwards to 40 to $80, and I'm like, nope, not gonna do it. Mm-mm. But this, I guess, for regular deluxes, Voyagers, Eliters, not Titans. Maybe I could put the Lazy Susan on top and it'll spin, but I don't know how much weight it can hold. There's certain weight that these guys usually hold. Here's the face that I was talking about. You see how the USB port looks like a mouth and the two buttons look like eyes that are closed? That's why I bought it. And this is black, as you can see. So that's one thing. And as I mentioned this morning, I did go, hey, it's my brother. What's up? Surprise. As I mentioned this morning, when I went to do get my blood drawn, I left early. My appointment was at 8:45, but due to miracle of science, like the Bionic 6, I registered on the Quest website. I made an appointment, and they gave me a piece of paper with a QC code. And when I showed up there, all I had to do was scan the QC code, and my appointment was confirmed. They also texted me to confirm all that. Um, two older gentlemen did come in to do a walk-in, and they were told they had to wait, and they were kind of upset because the waiting room was kind of full, and they were like, "So do we gotta go after all these people that are here?" And the lady, the nurse was like, it won't take long. And the guy's like, I can't be here like 4 or 5 hours. And she says, it won't take that long. Uh, I don't know. One of the older gentlemen tried to do an appointment on his phone by calling the lab, and it was busy. They were like, currently our call volume is high. So I don't know. Use the internet. Use science. So after I left the lab, I went to Target and I picked up this. This is uh, Legacy Hot Rod. Um, darn you. All right, I guess I gotta put it in the center of the screen. So I picked up Legacy Hot Rod for about I got the receipt right here. He's $9.99. A lot of people don't like him because of the way his legs transform into the front of the car. But I like Hot Rod. I have a soft spot in my heart for Hot Rod. Here's his robot mode picture. Oh, I guess that is the trick. Put it in the middle of the screen. The robot mode picture and his alt mode up here. But I'm gonna open him. I'm thinking maybe an unboxing, but probably nah. It's not a big deal. There's some bags of Burger King over there, so me and my wife we just finished eating Burger King. Next up, I went to another Target and I found Autobot Silverstreak. Let's see, here he is. I found him, and I was very lucky. I bought two of them. I was They're available on Target's website right now for $22.99. But through the miracle of karma, I was able to get them for $6.89 each. Iron Shell says, looks nice, good vibes. And Chipper Williams shows up. I made it to the live stream. Welcome aboard. So, I guess if I were in Wall Street, no, it's not Wall Street. Whatever. Is it Wall Street? I think it's Wall Street. Always be closing. If you're into toy hunting, I say always be scanning, because the Target beforehand where I went to had these guys for $22.99. I like the art on the side. But the next Target that I went to, I scanned them and they scanned for $6.89. So I picked up both of them. It was about $13.78. There would have been more. I would have picked up more, but two is good. One for the collection, one to customize. I haven't looked at their faces yet. I mean, uh, I was gonna get them anyway, but they the faces look good and they have cool artwork on the side over here. I I also wanted to mention, now that I think about Blue Streak, a lot of people are complaining about um the open boxes, and some jerks, I want to say a-holes, but some jerks will take the head and steal it like they were doing with LeBron. but I think that's only a specific kind of jerk because the two targets that I went to, they had the blue streaks and none of them were missing the heads. So no jerks in Brooklyn. And a lot of people forget to remember that the the Cybertronian Bumblebee also has an open window. He hasn't lost his head. The Cyberverse guys have open windows and they're okay. I know that the wolf. I think the wolf head on him came off and was in the box rolling around. But I don't mind the package. The only thing is that usually I sanitize my toys when I get home, and if they have a window, if it's a closed box, it's better. But this with the open thing, I guess I'd rather just take the toy, dip it in soap and water. Chipper Williams says, "Did you see the new pics of the Stunticons? Do you think this Menser will look better than the Combiner Wars one?" I did open a tab for the Stunticons. I guess that was the toy haul. Let's go to the toy news. But Karma is good. It's April. It's my birthday month. So, but I'm gonna I'm gonna make um pictures, a slideshow of all the times that I found toys at discount prices. Uh, I think I always recommend the waiting. Like they had Bulkhead also, but I got Hot Rod because he was only $10. He was cheap. So both of these guys and Hot Rod came out to 25.88, which is still cheaper than Bulkhead. But right now Target has a promotion where if you spend $100, you get $25 off. If you spend 50, you get 10. I was looking for Laser Optimus Prime, didn't find them. Did find Coronation Star Screams. Chipper says, "Happy birthday month." Thanks. It's been all right so far. Like I've mentioned before, I think I'm gonna owe the IRS, so I've been holding off on the purchases. Mm, I'm definitely gonna owe the IRS, but I don't know how much. So let's get into the news. Uh, what is it? It's gonna show off something, but eh, eh. So news, as Chipper mentioned before, we got leaked, kind of leaked. Share screen. So we got first possible look at Legacy Motormaster. Let me see how I look. I'm gonna make myself real small. So, first possible look at Legacy Motormaster, Shattered Glass Blaster, and Legacy Blitzwing in package images. A lot of people, when they saw these pictures, they were like, "Oh my God, it's Prime versus Prime. He's so evil and delicious." But for a TFW article points out, coming to us from the Korean Net product and safety website. We've had leaks from I think this website, that you'll see the pictures of the toys, and then there'll be a bunch of numbers in the bottom. You know that. So this is, I guess, a unplanned leak because this company in Korea isn't coordinating with Hasbro US. So we gotta look at the pictures of Motormaster's box. You can see Motormaster up here. It looks great as a truck. We'll have to see what he looks like as a robot. I am glad that the truck has these windows on the top. There are these things sticking out here. These are probably going to be the arms, but I also don't like that the trailer is small. Motormaster has a double trailer. That's one of the things I like to as I liked from him when I was a kid. He had the windows on top and he had two trailers, so he was better than Optimus. Uh, Another thing I noticed later was that there's more stunticons here. You can see drag strip, and there's somebody here jumping, and then there's another guy here. Someone says this is Breakdown the Lambo, and that this is Wildrider or Dead End. I thought that this was another car, but I think this is just a ramp. And then Motormaster is the king of the road. But I like the box. Then we got Shattered Glass, which doesn't interest me that much. We got Blaster and Rewind and Legacy Blitzwing. The art is kind of cool. Um, I need to see it up front to appreciate it more. But you can see that the hands here are on the side and they look better than they did in the review by Prime versus Prime. But yeah, can't wait. Tomorrow is Tuesday. There's going to be Fan First Friday a Fan First Tuesday tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they show us what Motormaster looks like in robot mode. But the next bit of news that we got is kind of telling. We got Transformers Legacy Deluxe Wildrider and Leader Blitzwing again official reveal. So on CBR comicbookresources.com, they've officially revealed Transformers Legacy. It's kind of weird when Hasbro goes to websites that aren't affiliated with Transformers to announce stuff like Sci-Fi Wire or Comic Book Resources or USA Today. Meanwhile, all the other sites are gnashing their teeth, and I'm like, yeah, I saw what happened to Aaron Archer, so get bent. Wild Rider and Blitzwing. Um, I'm not going to read this whole copy. Just give me a minute. Let me cough a bit. Where's tab? So the one thing that I got from this news story, besides the cool new pictures, was Wild Rider is going to be $24.99, available July 2022. So $24.99. I remember when deluxes were 13 $14. But the good thing is that Legacy is a line that kind of sucks. It's good and bad. Like when I picked up Rodimus, Skywarp was right next to him, and I was like, I don't need you, Skywarp, with your fat chest. The other thing about this copy that I noticed is that Menosaur's figure's left leg. It looks like this Menosaur isn't going to be modular. So it's not like you could use Wildrider as an arm or a leg. He's the left leg. That's it, left leg. And we got the retail price for Legacy Blitzwing, which is $55.99, and he's going to be available July 2022. As I've mentioned before, not today, but in other videos, the days that Hasbro usually releases their stuff is April, uh, um, April for like April Fools, July, Independence, and December, Christmas. So those are usually the months when we see new stuff. And if you can see by all the legacy reviews, it's true, as it's based in fact. So we got pictures here. Blitzwing, it looks great. Wild Rider. A lot of people are complaining about the backpack, but I've heard that he's mistransformed. The car looks good. And here we have the car again in the box with the open window and the art. And here he is on the back. So a lot of people have pointed out he's well transformed here, but the photographer that took pictures of him probably mistransformed him. Got Blitzwing here. We've seen him before with his big old hands. The thing I like is Prime versus Prime in his review. He didn't put the hands like this. I think he put them so that the fingers were pointing out the other way. But that's what happens when you don't have instructions. You add tank, boom, and the chunky jet. It's like a burb. And here's the box art again, and the back of the box. A lot of people have wondered about these hands if they go with Menosaur, but it doesn't look like it. And I guess that's it for it. And well, one more thing for the news, which isn't exactly news. So let me turn off this ticker. And share screen and Chrome tab. So I just got an email from Dorkside Toys and they have a sale. It's a Transformer sale just in time for Easter. The two things that they put on top of the email was Black Zarek, who is now reduced from 169.99 to 135.99, and the Arc, which is reduced from 179 to 143.99. I have enough Arcs, but I'm jonesing for a Zarek. And they have Commander Class Rodimus reduced from 79.99 to 63. A couple masterpieces. The the sales aren't that great. And like you could get the DK guard for the price of a regular deluxe. It's $24.99. The prices are I don't know. Usually deluxes are tempting to me when they're at least at around the $15 range. Like you see, Slammers 19, Pipes 19. That's not appealing to me. Doesn't catch my eye. But this 135, yes, does. 25 is 19, 40, $41. Ugh, excuse me. I've been up since like 6 in the morning. But if you have the money and I vouch for Dorkside Toys. They're a good retailer. I the first time I used them, I got Earthrise Ultra Magnus from them. Yeah, usually if I don't trust the website, I'll use PayPal to pay. But I vouch for them. These guys 24.99. I swear before they were like 14.99. But Micromasters, nobody loves them. And I guess that's it for the news. Chippers Williams says that plane looks so bad. Iron Show says, ouch. And Chipper Williams says, are there Transformers in those bags next to you? No, that's Burger King. That's the king. We used uh, the app to order food. They use DoorDash, but contrary to McDonald's would be like, please sign into your DoorDash account. And it's like, I think it's like more expensive, but I don't know what deal DoorDash and Burger King has. The app does say, do you want to tip? Tip the person, and it's like 15%, 18%, 20. So you tip, they show up with the food and give it to you, and then you eat. But sometimes they do mess up, which is kind of annoying. Last time I ordered a deal, which got was two burgers with two drinks. I got the burgers, I didn't get the drinks, but I didn't care because it was it was in the deal. And I would just wanted the two burgers for that price. I didn't care about the drinks. But one day they forgot my wife's soda, and I had to go all the way down to the Burger King and say, "Hey, you guys forgot my wife's soda." I had to get dressed and go out. If I was going to do that, I wouldn't have used the mobile order. Eh. So that's it. Yeah, I like their flame broiled burgers and their fries. So that's it for the news, and that's it for Toy Hall. I just want to point out some cool things because there's no topic. Chipper says, "Low, that sucks about the soda." So, I've I don't s- I don't subscribe to a lot of people. Sometimes I subscribe and then I unsubscribe, which is kind of like a jerky move. But what I do is I can't open it. Maybe. No, I've already talked about it. I have my browser set to when it opens to YouTube. The search is Transformers reviews, and the filter is one today. And I'll just look at the reviews. And someone action figure expert in the house. Hello, hello. What's up, Arthur? Someone going was going to take a break. Yeah, I guess kind of from reviews. And he says, "Love that chicken from Popeyes. Popeyes is pretty good. It sometimes it smells weird. I don't know, like chemically. but I love Popeyes. So, looking at the reviews, I found a review for a Ferrari model Windblade, which, despite everyone going like, "Oh, it's too much cheesecake. Look at the the butt and the boobs and the chest on that thing. It's an abomination to humanity." And I'm like, yeah, I wish I could buy it. I can't find it. People are like reviewing it and I can't find it. Contrary, I mean the kit is like $50. I I do want to get a couple of them. I want the Rodimus and the Megatron and the G1 Optimus or the IDW Optimus. But that Windblade I definitely want. That is like a day one purchase, but I can't find it. But then everybody's like, crying and gnashing their teeth. Anyway, I watched that review and Bumblebee was hosting. And I was like, that sounds like Dan Gilvezan. Action Figure Extra says, I love cheesecake. If you love cheesecake, there's an artist named Frank Cho. Frank, CHO, Frank Cho. All his art is cheesecake. And sometimes he'll put outrage. He'll put somebody saying outrage. He draws covers for comics. I like his art. It's really nice. So they used Bumblebee, and I was like, that sounds like Dan Gilvezan. And I decided to look up a Transformers Deepfake Bumblebee voice, and I found this. Let me see. Share screen. The wonders of Google. So, are we there? Am I showing up right? All right, so this is a Reddit page. It says Transformers deepfake text to speech voices. They don't have Optimus, Peter Cullen. They have Frank Welker. Like I tried this. They have Paul Eiding, Perceptor. They have Darren Norris as Knockout. They don't have Peter Cullen as Ironhide. Robert Stack as Ultra Magnus, and Dan Gilvezan as Bumblebee. And somebody created their own original character, Skyboat. But I'm gonna use for for my intros. I'm gonna use Robert Stack. I mean, I do have my own Ultra Magnus. It's like, hello, I am Ultra Magnus. And I close this and let me open this. I hope you guys will be able to hear it. So this is the Robert Stack model. And I'm gonna type in a Ultra Magnus line. I can't deal with that now. All right, gonna put an exclamation. So then you hit speak. Doop doop boop. And then it's processing. Sometimes it takes a little bit, and there it is.
I
What?
I
All right. Yeah. All right, let me try something else. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I typed in, hello, I'm Ultra Magnus. Gotta put a comma there. City commander for the Autobots. And I have a app called Grammarly that usually helps me be decent in my writing so that nerds won't make fun of me. Hopefully this doesn't mess up. It might. All right, it says 3 seconds. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Ultraman, City Commander for the Autobots. Hello, I'm Ultraman, City Commander for the Autobots.
Sometimes it doesn't get the pronunciation right. So you gotta mess with it.
Hello, I'm Ultraman, City Commander for the Autobots.
All right. So I'm gonna put a little bit of space and separate Magnus to see what it says. And I'm gonna hit speak. And you'll see what you typed here so you know which is the new one.
Hello, I'm Ultraman, City Commander for the Autobots.
So you gotta mess with it. But this is a cool tool if you're like gonna be doing stop motions. Um, Chipper Williams says, "I guess it sounds like like Robert Stack." Yeah, I think the Paul Eiding one also sounds like Perceptor. Um, I'm thinking maybe. Well, it's 42 minutes. I don't have to work tonight because I'm off. But eh, let's let's try Perceptor. Whoop, did it? All right, here we go. Do do but just trying eh. the. So what I'm gonna do for my, the intro to my videos where it says this video is intended for the adult collector and teens with money, I I put in Robert Stack and Perceptor and the Bumblebee. So let me do Paul Eiding. Let me share the screen. Chrome tab. And voila. Um, all right. The pen is mightier than the sword. Because I'm a nerd, I know that's from an episode of Transformers. So let's populate. I like Paul Eiding. He friended me on Facebook, but I don't know if I unfriended him while cleaning up my Facebook or if he hasn't been active, but I haven't seen from him for a while. But I think the Peter Cullen ones aren't there because maybe his agent showed up and said, "Get that thing off."
The pen is mightier than the sword.
So yeah, this one sounds more like Paul Eiding than I guess Robert Stack, and it pronounced it well.
The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is mightier than the sword.
And this is all. It says. I think they used robot learning to do this, so it's pretty cool. You don't got a lot of characters, but if you're a video editor and you want something fun to do, eh, they got that. Anyway, now for the grand finale. I'm gonna I'm gonna steal an idea from TJ Omega and put the best um, Transformers. Wait, Transformers shows from best to worst. And then I'm gonna put that in thicker. Scroll at the bottom. There we go. I'm using the color gray because I'm kind of gray. I'm kind of sad, but there you have it. So there is this website called Tiermaker. It's the last tab I have open. I love StreamYard. I downloaded Streamlabs to see if I could game to Twitch. That thing is kind of not working well. But StreamYard, ever since I started using it, was like plug and play perfect. So I would highly recommend StreamYard. I might even pay for a better version when I get popular and I can have a whole bunch of people on the show. But here we have, this is the website called Tiermaker. You can find stuff here to make lists of. There are two tier maker list templates about Transformers TV shows. There's even one about season one of Generation One, which I would probably do that. But I think season one was 12 episodes. I'm not all that familiar with all the episodes, so and there's no name. It's just a picture of the episode. So one of these days. And there's a mega one, a mega tier lister about Earthrise, all the figures from Earthrise. I gotta do that one of these days. I'll just start to do a video from best to worst Earthrise, but they have almost all the figures, and that thing's probably gonna take a while. So I'm not doing that today. But this is simple. So here we have, this rank is the best, this is great, this is okay, and this is not good. And this is have not seen, which is good. Uh, even though I'm a Gundam fan, I'm a Halo fan, I'm a Transformers fan, and a Star Wars fan, and Star Trek fan. There are some shows that I haven't watched. Like I've never seen Halo Guardians, that movie. Um, I've never seen the cinematics for Halo 5. I did for Halo 4. Um, and there's some Transformer series that I haven't watched. So they're going to go first. I have not watched Armada. I like the toys. The designs are kind of okay. A lot of mini cons. It's one of the Transformers series that I have kind of fond memories of because they would come with a little comic book. I like the color of the packaging. I always looked at Optimus and Overload, and I was like, I gotta buy that Overload, that little truck hauling that huge trailer. And I thought that's the scale. Like if a human was as big scaled to that little truck, that big as trailer, I was like, I gotta get that. I own Overload, but he's not a great figure. So the next show that I've never seen, I believe this is Beast Wars Second. You can see a Leo convoy here. Um, I'm not too crazy about Meat Beast, and then it's not dubbed in English, so probably not gonna watch that ever. I believe here's Beast Wars. I think this is Beast Wars Neo, the continuation of Beast Wars Second, because Beast Wars Second is supposed to take place after Beast Wars. This is Beast Wars Neo. The next show I've never seen, Energon. Even though it's in English, uh, and I do like the designs. I like the CG graphics and everything, but I, I don't know. I've never had the time. It seems kind of weird with the whole Alpha Q and the Omnibots that are like birds and wolves, and Unicron showing up again. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. Iron Show says, "Thank goodness." The Halo series has nothing to do with Halo. I think that Halo series is trying to do a reboot because they're changing a lot. Like the relationship between Halsey and Keys and Miranda Keys, it's not different, and the fact that there's only like three other Spartans. I'm expecting Noble Team to show up because the show takes place on Reach, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So the next Transformers show that I've never seen, Robots in Disguise 2015. I've tried to see it. It was one of the earliest Transformers series that I collected. I started with Beast Machines. Uh, I bought a 2 pack at BJ's Wholesale Club. They had a wolf and a helicopter. I think the helicopter is Obsidian, and the wolf was like, well, I don't remember. Gray Wolf, Weird Wolf. But that was the first Transformers that I got. And then I saw Prowl from Robots in Disguise 2000, 2001. And I liked that he was a Lambo. It had police lights. I was like, yeah, let me get that. And I picked it up. That was around the same time I was collecting Marvel Legends. Series Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 1 was out around that time. So there you go. That's how old that is. But I've never seen the show. I like some of the designs. Um, I don't know why Skybite's so popular, but the next show that I've never seen, I think that's it. All right, I've never seen the Unicron trilogy, only Cybertron. Um, so I have Transformers animated here. I'm gonna put it in OK. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, animated is so great. I love animated. When are we gonna get animated Bulkhead in the Legacy line?" Oh, and I'm like, animated. Um, maybe I should make it to not good. Yeah, not good. Let me make everybody angry now. Urgh. Yeah, animated is not good. I'll tell you why. The designs are ugly. You know, everyone has a big chin. There's only a few designs that are cool. I like the Ultra Magnus design with the hammer, and he would turn into this big military truck. Um, Bumblebee sucked as a design. The Lockdown toy was horrible. It was basically a car, and then you stretched out his legs, just stood him up. And again, everyone has long faces. It's horrible. RC is a good design. I like the animated RC. Bulkhead is kind of good. The toy I did like because you would take his arms and put them behind his back, and it would form the roof of his little chunk car. But it, so the designs are horrible. a lot of them because of the long chins. And I always say the face is the most important part of a figure because that's the part that you interact with as a human. A lot of designs. I like Retgar's design, and his toy is cool, but the designs were more missed than hit. The second thing is the humans. A lot of people hate humans in Transformers, but they seem to forget that they exist in Transformers Animated. It's like, oh, yeah, I love Bumblebee being annoying and Prowl being a spiritual ninja. But Isaac Sumdac, he's an idiot. He's supposed to be a genius. He's an idiot. And I hated him. I hated him so much. Sorry was kind of annoying. Then you had the human villains. Human villains, the headmaster, the angry archer, the power princess. There was I think somebody that turned into like a blob or a liquid melt thingy. And there was the Powell guy, the I think Sumdax boss. There was the lady that with the time watch who would talk like an old timey gangster, which I don't mind because I it makes me think of Miss Chalice from Cuphead. It was kind of cute. She's like, "See you later, boys." But there were too many humans. It was more than too much. So I hated it. And the last thing that that I don't like about it is I guess maybe the story. I can't remember a lot of it. I know that they were like working on the space bridge, and then Megatron showed up, and then they went to Earth, and they became like superheroes. I don't know. It was weird, and I did not like it. Uh, I own it on DVD, but just to own the series in case down the line someone wants to watch it or I want to watch it again. Chipper Williams says, I agree, animated was okay at best. So next we got um, Siege. Where is it going? Where is it going? I'm going to put it as okay. A lot of people are going to be like, what? Better than animated? Yeah, it's better than animated. Well, at least the designs were. Where animated had the stupid chins, Siege was toyetic. The show looks great. Uh, take a screenshot. I have a screenshot of Omega Supreme as my wallpaper when he showed up in Siege. It looks great. The show looks great. I don't mind that they cheapened out on transformation. Quite frankly, if I was doing a stop motion, I would not show any transformations. Every transformation would be off screen because it's too hard and it's unnecessary. I mean, the show's called Transformers, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make them transform if it's too much work. The story was kind of good. The Earthrise chapter was garbage. I will admit that. But the first chapter where Optimus is like downtrodden, and then there's an evil plan by Shockwave to like basically force all the other Cybertronians to become Decepticons against their will. And then there was the Allspark, and the Allspark got chucked into space. That was good. But Earthrise, excuse me, my throat is dry. I didn't mean to cough in Ya's ear, in your ears. That Snapple lifeblood. So Siege was okay. Earthrise was garbage. Basically, at the end of Siege, they got into a ship and went through the portal, and then everyone got knocked out, and it ends in a cliffhanger where they're meeting at Earth ship. Earthrise is like that other ship. Just takes some quintessons. There's a quintesson, one quintesson. He cuts off his faces, and then they escape. They run into Scorponok on a station, space station. They escape. Then Skylink shows up, Megatron shows up, and Galvatron in his stupid pose, and then they end up on Earth. So Earthrise is garbage. It looks good, but it's still garbage. In terms of story, Kingdom did fix more stuff. Uh, it looks better. It looks way better than the others because Siege was just mechanical dark cities, as well as Earthrise was like a mechanical dark space stations. But Earthrise was like, I mean, Kingdom was like on Earth. There was a night sky, trees, and stuff. So it looked better. And they got help with the writing staff. I know they wanted to make like a kind of a sequel. I thought the crazy thing is, I thought the series was gonna end, and then it's like, no, we left Earth. Now we're going into an alternate dimension, and I'm like, what the? 2 episodes in the alternate dimension, and I don't know. I don't even understand. Was that an alternate dimension? Did they get to Cybertron, and that's what happened because they were gone? But what about Galvatron and Nemesis Prime? Oh, it was weird. I'm glad it didn't get renewed because I don't know what they would do with Legacy. Probably be garbage. But they did try. I will give them that. Which is why I got upset at one YouTuber for for sicking his fans on FJ DeSanto. It's not cool. Next up is Robots in Disguise 2015. I would put it as not good. Even though I saw the whole thing, I don't remember any of it. It was like, oh yeah, no, Bumblebee's the leader. Optimus Prime is a reflection in a pool, which that was already giving me bad vibes. Then Optimus Prime comes back and he's like, "Hey, Bumblebee, you're not the leader. I'm always the leader." And I'm like, "Oh God." I did like I like Strong Arm. I did not like Sideswipe. Grimlock was kind of weird. I liked Drift, and Windblade when she was there, but as like the first season, second season, and the third season, they it's like they I can't remember them. I want to say they all meld together, but I can't remember them. I remember in the second season, it was like the mini cons, and Starscream wanted them for himself so he could have power. And then the third season was the combiners, and Menasor was there. And then there was Ultra B, which is a stupid name for a combiner, but I don't know. I think I want to say it's so bad that the only season that's on DVD is season one. Uh, the other seasons are showing up on YouTube. Hasbro, I think Transformers Official, the official channel, is putting them up, or Hasbro posts. So there you could watch the lost seasons. I think season 3 is the lost season. Or I think it was like they made one season 2.5. I don't know. It's weird, but it's not good. The toys were kind of garbage too. I did buy a bunch of them on discount when Toys R Us was going out of sale, but I mean out of business. But yeah, not good. It's an hour and 5 minutes. Next, just give me a moment. Sorry about that. All that talking. I'm just drying out my throat. Let me go with Prime. Transformers Prime is okay. When people say, do you like Transformers Prime? I'll be like, first season was good, second season was great. The third season with the Beast Hunters kind of sucked. And then it went into the movie. Um, eh, sorry. That's Burger King for you. So the first season was good. The second season was basically a fetch quest, and they introduced Smokescreen and Ultra Magnus into the team, and Wheeljack officially became part of the team. I always wanted them to add more members to the team because it is the only now besides Siege. Hey, look, they're both together. It's it was one of the only series that was fully 3D rendered, and it was from what I hear, it was really expensive. That's why they can have more Autobots. But I wanted more characters. The designs were all right. They were decent. Someone said that their faces, that Optimus Prime had a case of Lego mouth because it's just like a sheet of metal with this black strip going across it. So, I mean, way better than animated in terms of the head design. People would say, like, animated was chins, Prime is eyebrows. But it looked good, and season 1 and 2 were okay. Season 3 kind of sucked. I didn't like the meat beast. Well, they were robot beasts, but I didn't like beast hunters. Even the Autobots and the Decepticons got ugly designs for their toys. So, yeah, they're okay. Now that I think about it, also Beast Wars is okay. Beast Wars is, I believe, it's still on Tubi. I I started watching it because I had found Rite Aid had Rite Aid carries DVDs, and from time to time I would see some Beast Wars DVDs, and they had season 2 and 3 together for $6.99, and I bought it, but I didn't have season 1. So I went on to Tubi. I watched season 1, and then instead of watching the DVDs, I kept watching season 2 and season 3 on Tubi. The good thing about Beast Wars is that it's 3 seasons, I believe, and each season is 12 episodes. So it's not like Armada or Energon, which is uses the Japanese style of episodes, and you get 50. That's why I've never seen Armada or Cyber or Energon. Let me get my joke. So it's easy. It's bite size. It's easy to watch. The first season I did kind of like. That's what got me into watching the rest of the seasons. But I will say the designs get progressively worse. It's like you got these cuddly meat beasts. You know, if you think of Rat Trap is nice and cuddly. Season two, there's a trans metal thing. Now he has wheels and he has teeth, permanent teeth on his metal face, but he is chromed out when he's a robot. And uh, and then I remember in season three, Black Arachnia is waiting to get her transmutation, and I'm like, oh, here it comes, and she's like, it's happening, and she turns into trans metal, and I'm like, ah, of course, oh, ugly. The story is great, but ugly, progressively ugly. There is one cute scene where I think Pterosaur traps Rat Trap, and he's making a speech to Megatron, and Rat Trap is in his cage, like motioning, like doing the same motions as Pterosaur. I thought that was cute. But Pterosaur and Scorponok, was this Scorponok? They just die at the end, at the beginning of season two. They just fall into the lava pit, and I'm like, wow, really? I don't know. And then they got the Fusors. There's Quick Strike has Cobra head attached to Scorpion body. I'm like, this is kind of dumb. But the story, the battle between Optimus and Megatron, and then the when Ravage G1 Ravage appears, and the arc, it's good. Season one ends with like Optimus almost being destroyed. I well, you'd think he gets destroyed, but Beast Wars is okay. I'm just checking here if anyone's on the chat. Got two people watching. Next up, we got Cyberverse. I'm gonna put Cyberverse in okay. Cyberverse. It started off bad. It started off with Mute Bumblebee and him and Windblade, and then a Grimlock showed up. It was like just the three of them against the Decepticons. Stop the camp. It was like the three of them against the Decepticons, and that kind of sucked. But at the end of season one, they find the Ark, and you're like, yay, more Autobots. Let me turn the camera on. So at the end of season one, you're like, yay, more Autobots. Season two begins, and basically it's what everyone wants. Well, kind of wants. It's what I wanted. It was the Autobots on the Ark in space doing space stuff. It was like the Lost Light. I've been reading IDW's More Than Meets the Eye for years, and Lost Light when it changed names. And this was like the Lost Light. It was Autobots in space having weird adventures. And then season three came around, and Hot Rod became the main character. And I didn't like the Quintessons so much. Their design was ugly. And Starscream, seeing Starscream in Cyberverse reminded me of the terrible Machinima Starscream from Combiner Wars. I'm gonna use the mute button on my mic. I'll turn the camera on when my wife comes back from the bathroom. But it uh, it was kind of good. The Autobots and Decepticons united to get rid of the Quintessons. We saw a lot of characters like Strike and that's his name, Bonza. What's the samurai bad guy? Not, I think Bludgeon. I wanted to say Banzai Tron. but we saw bludgeon. People died. So it was good. I liked it. I like Cyberverse. I like the designs. The toys were garbage, which is weird. If the toys were based on the designs from the show, they wouldn't be garbage. But yeah, I didn't like Starscream's design though. If you look at his head, it's a weird shape. Not for me. But Cyberverse is okay. It's a decent. You just gotta sludge through the first few episodes of season one, and when Blur dies, that's where it starts getting good. Next up, we got Transformers Cybertron. I'm gonna put it in great. I don't remember the story. I I barely remember the story. This is one of the first Transformers cartoons I started watching when I got into Transformers. Before that, I was a Gundam guy. But the what I liked the most about Cybertron were the transformation sequences, which were basically screen accurate to the toys. They took a long time, but when I was doing reviews back then, I always wanted to take those clips and put them into my videos, but I was afraid to get copyright strikes. So, I, but I love the transformation sequences. I have fond memories of hunting down the toys, which a lot of them had cool designs, like uh, Override is a great design that I like. I like Galaxy Defense, no, Cybertron Defense Hot Shot. I like Optimus Prime is a cool design. Vector Prime, Jetfire. There a lot of cool designs in Cybertron. The story was kind of I don't even remember. Just looking for keys. I watched some of it on VO. Um, Between English dubbed and Japanese translated, subtitled. So it's a great show in terms of design. The story, I don't remember that much, but I didn't hate it. At the end, I was like, ah, I actually cried not cried. I was sad when Vector Prime died. Next up, we got the Japanese collection. So out of the Japanese collection, the one that I'll say is not good. eh, mm, Not good. I'll put it there just to poop on it. Victory is not good. It's about 30 episodes long. I watched the English dub, but basically the only thing that happens is you get introduced to Star Saber. There's a lot of buffoonery by the Dino Force. A lot of backstabbing by that guy that's not Guy Hawk, Guy Hawk's friend. And then there's a final confrontation between Death Saurus and Star Saber, and Star Saber kills Death Saurus. It's weird. You don't think he dies, but he dies. But I did not enjoy watching this. And I guess I remember the plot. I think I remember some things, but I'm not clamoring for a lot of toys from Victory. I want my Star Saber. I want a Death Saurus, but it's not like I'm asking for Galaxy Shuttle or those three guys, Road Caesar. I don't know. I like the yellow Lambo with the flames, but that's because I used to see the intro um, when I watched some Transformers. When I watched Master Force in the Dominican Republic, they would use the intro for Victory for all of the Japanese collection cartoons because it has a catchy song. But Victory, I don't think it's good. I wouldn't watch it again. Next up, we got Master Force. I'm gonna put Master Force up here as great. I love the concept of headmasters. Um, I remember wanting to get like the or wanting to make out of cardboard or out of wood. I wanted to make the headmaster junior guys in the Dominican Republic. Uh, I like I think the headmaster concept is something that should be used in live action movies. Something like this, humans that interact with, they have transectors that they turn into and fuse with. Meanwhile, they're working with Autobots and Decepticons, but there's humans involved. A lot of people hate humans in their Transformers stories. This is a great way to get them involved. So yeah, Master Force is great. There is a part of the Master Force that I couldn't find any episodes of. I was watching the Spanish dub, but I do like it. And his name is Optimus Prime. He's Japanese. I like Mega and Giga. Um, the girl's kind of hot. I get confused. I think Mega's the guy and Giga's the girl. But it's a good series. It ends on a weird note where the transectors come alive and they say, "Thanks for helping us out." Because I think Black Zarek runs into space and it's like, well, we gotta go into space to get him. And thanks for helping us out, humans. And they leave. So because the transectors were interacting a lot with the choco power of the humans, they got their own lives. It was that end was weird, but I enjoyed watching it. And we got two more. Um, it's an hour and 22 minutes. I only got one viewer, but I'm sure a lot of people will come back and watch this. Let me go with Headmasters. Uh, ta-da! Ta-da! Yeah. I guess that's obvious. But let's talk about headmasters. Again, like Master Force, I like the headmaster concept, but here it applies more to the toys than to the characters. In Master Force, it's a good reason to have humans involved. In Headmasters, it's just good toys because I like Titan's Return. A lot of people didn't like, but TJ Omega was surprised that a lot of Titan's Return toys are really expensive. That's because they were awesome. You have a little pilot that comes with a vehicle, and it transforms into the head. It's different from head target masters because with the battle masters that came out in Siege, those weapons were lame. You got this chunky ass gun, which is basically a robot folded on your hand. It's kind of lame, but a headmaster is great. And because of the size of the head, you can get a good face sculpt. Because when they went from headmasters from Titan's Return to Power to Primes, I remember looking at that Power to Primes Jazz and his ugly face and going like, man, this would have never have happened to Jazz in Titan's Return. Because with that big blocky head like Windblade, you're able to get a great head, great face. But Headmasters, I like it, but I really love the English dub. At least the first four episodes and episode 26, I could watch them over and over again. It would be like, uh, hey, Billy, you're alive. Don't call me Billy anymore. The name's Blaster. Or when Blaster, I guess Billy, when he blew up and all the cassettes were like sad, and Daniel's like, I think Chrome Dome's yelling at them to like get back to work, and Daniel's like, they missed their friend. I, the voice acting, I love the voice acting of the Headmaster's English dub. It's it's basically it's like kids playing with their toys. It'd be like, come over here. Oh, here come the Autobots. Let's go. Transform. There is I recently found someone making a stop motion. Think I subscribed to him. Chipper says G1 for the win. I think his name is like Mauricio. I'll probably put the name in the um in the description for this video. But he makes these 2 minute. I think his series right now, his current series is called Transformers Hunted. He makes these 2 minute stop motion videos, and he has a lot of voice actors. He has a surprising amount of women doing voices in his videos, which is good. You know, there's a lot of diversity, but the acting is on par with the Headmasters, which I love. It gives me a smile and a chuckle. It's goofy, but it's fun. So that don't be confused that this is the English dub that's up here alongside G1. The Japanese dub goes with great, but the English dub is best. If if you if you don't mind it, you can probably find some episodes on YouTube. Give it a shot. Give the English dub of Headmasters a shot. And finally, the one to end all one, the one to be G1, G1 Generation 1. A lot of people have fond memories of Generation 1, and a lot of them weren't even born before the show came out, which I don't get. They probably saw it in reruns in syndication. But I saw Transformers when I was a kid. I was born in 74, so in 84 I was 10. And at first they aired on Saturdays, and then when they had enough episodes, they moved it to the weekday. And this was on Channel 11 here in New York, WPIX. But after I left the States, I didn't remember G1. They would air some episodes in Spanish in the Dominican Republic. That's uh, um, I guess, how popular it was. But if you told me like in 91, 92, like to name episodes, like what episodes War Dawn, or where's the episodes where the female robots show up, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't freaking know. But a lot of people are like, wow, when I was young, I had all this knowledge. You didn't have all this knowledge. You got all this knowledge from the internet. A lot of the stuff that I've learned and that I know is because of the internet. Like I could tell you War Dawn is the episode where the aerial bots go back in time and they meet Orion Pax, because I researched it in the 2000s, not because when I was 10 or 14 I knew what it was. So I don't know. But G1, I have watched a lot of the episodes over and over. Um, I think the first time I did it was for a podcast called Transformers Cybertronological, where they would go through the episodes of Transformers. And then there's another one called the Transformers Nitpickers podcast. But I think after they did G1, they moved on to Beast Wars, and I stopped listening to them. But that knowledge, this knowledge that I have of all these Transformers things, is not because as a kid I loved them. I guess those are rose-colored glasses when people talk fondly about, yeah, in Beast Wars, I remember Coda Hero when I was young. Wah. No, you don't. You were a baby. Unless you were like Benson Yee and you were old watching Beast Wars, then maybe, yeah, but I don't know. So I guess that's it. It's an hour and 30. Like I'm gonna quote Chip again, G1 for the win. Uh, I this was kind of long. If I and the options that I had were more limited than the other Transformers show, Tiermaker. But yeah, let me stop this. That's my view. Maybe I'll save and download it. I'll close it here, but I'll keep the tab open. I'll save that. Probably put it on my Twitter. But yeah, that's it. Eh, It's an hour and 32 minutes. Just one viewer, probably Chipper. If you do, if you're watching this and you've enjoyed it, thank you. Uh, I'm really bad with ideas. Um, yeah, my schedule for, I guess, my schedule for this week or for the coming weeks is Chipper says, yes, it is me, lol. My schedule for the coming weeks are next week is my vacation. I'm going to go on vacation. It's my birthday week. I was born the 19th. So um, I'm going to chill. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm off. Let me do some videos because that's work. But when I do get around to it, I do want to do. I want to do the a video for Omega Supreme, the Siege Omega Supreme. I want to do a video for Predaking. I want to do a video for the NBK Devastator. Probably a comparison between NBK Devastator and Combiner Wars Devastator. So I want to get the Titans out of the way. And then after that, I'll probably do the oversized KOs from Siege. But like I'm right now. So I'm wondering. Um, Chipper says those videos sound great. Thanks. I hope they get the views that I want. But when when I think about it, I could easily do those oversized KOs right away. So I'll probably mix and match them. I don't like to put myself down to a schedule because it kind of like stresses me out or makes gets rid of the enthusiasm. Like, oh man, I gotta do Omega Supreme. But I'll probably do the oversized KO Hound and oversized KO Sideswipe because I know how to transform. I know how to transform them from memory. But I'll make some videos. I was chuckling because Chipper says, Aries, I think Burger King is killing you. Yeah, I think the sesame seeds are probably like scratching my throat, like, ah. But I got my trusty notebook to make notes and stuff. I got ideas. But um, like a lot of other people, I it's weird. Like I want to be successful. I want like to get more subscribers, but the views, I don't get a lot of views. Uh, my analytics have changed like surprisingly. Now my audience, I have 13 and up people on my analytics, and I have 50% women, 50% men. I'm like, when did that happen? It used to be just a boys club. But I am grateful. I like seeing the change and the progress, but I don't think I'm gonna make any money out of this. I say I don't care, but I do. I do because it would be more motivation to work, I guess. I could open a Patreon. That sounds simpler because people would be donating um to my Patreon, but then, if they get tired, if the audience gets tired, they could cancel their Patreon. I've canceled my Patreons a lot. Um, so it's not a set thing. It's not a secure thing. I just want to make videos that I think are cool and that people like, and I guess I want to see myself be successful from that. I don't like to beg, and I'm not begging, but I'm just stating like where I am, how I feel about the YouTube situation right now. So I know I told Action Figure Expert last week that I was like gonna take a break, and I'll try. I didn't make a video. I didn't post any videos last week. I didn't record anything today except this, and it went on longer than I expected. I didn't have a plan. I just had a couple of things written down, stuff that I wanted to do, and I don't know. Anyway, thank you to Chipper for sticking out. I hope you have a good night. And to anyone else seeing this in the future from the past, I'm Aries0083. Um, you don't have to leave YouTube to support my other stuff. I've heard that's bad, but if you want, you know where to find me. And like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I feel shadow banned, but let me know what you think about my videos. Did I do a good job? Did you like this video more than an older video? Anyway, Chipper says good night. And from Chipper and I, good night, everybody. Well, bye.